Welcome to Eagle Media's Newsroom Live, where we sit down with local musicians to dig deeper into their creative process and showcase their talents. I'm your host, Sam Fortney, sitting down with Eagle Radio Fest performers Fiendish Thingies. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
So, Fiendish Thingies, I gotta know, how did you guys come up with that nickname? What was that like?
Okay, so one night, Riley and I were sitting watching the Beatles movie Help, and in the movie, George Harrison, they're playing curling, and he slides the curling puck, and he realizes it's a bomb, and he yells, "It's a fiendish thingy! It's a fiendish thingy!" And we were there like, dude, that's the name of our band, actually. Yeah. So, and that's why the curling is on our drum head, and it's kind of our like little logo.
It's a pretty cool logo, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no.
I'd say so.
So you guys have been writing music for a couple years now, but when would you say you really first started writing together?
I would say we've been in a few bands together throughout since Austin's been playing in clubs and stuff since he was about 14. So we've been writing music since then, really. But more recently, we've started to really sit down and write together more. And it's harder because I live in Tampa and you live in Fort Myers now, so we do it over FaceTime and I'll send him beats and he'll send me back some lyrics. So it's been a really fun process, really working on writing together. So, and we're brothers, so it makes it even easier. We can relate to the same things.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard writing separate from each other. Is FaceTime, is that the only way that you've kind of overcome that? What other ways have you introduced maybe to overcome the location differences in your writing?
We always write together when like I'm up in Tampa, or if he ever comes down here, we'll just like sit in a room and just Riley will come up with something on the guitar. We'll both come up with some lyrics. But when like we're not able to see each other as often during the busy times of the year, he'll send me like voice memos and he'll be like, "Hey, I wrote this. Give me a verse." And I'll be like, "Oh, cool. There you go." It's kind of like that. Yeah.
All right, well, your debut album, Gidtown, came out last April on all streaming platforms. I mean, can you kind of walk me through what the writing process was like for that?
Yeah. The writing process for that, so it's inspired by, we grew up in Riverview, Florida, but right next to it is Gibsonton, Florida, which is the circus capital of the world. And we used to go to the circus all the time when we were kids. So if you look at the album cover, it's a picture of Austin and I with a little person that's a clown. And that little backstory, little lore for you here. That clown was one of the Munchkins in The Wizard of Oz, and also an Oompa Loompa in the original Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Yes, and he was the mayor of Gibsonton.
Yeah. Pete is a really cool guy.
Yeah.
But that is the album cover, and Austin looks terrified in the photo.
I was horrified.
But the writing process for that album, we had been working on a lot of music from previous bands that we were in, and some of those bands had it was kind of hard to write music with 4 people, and so we were really we had a lot of stuff on the back burner that we really didn't get to complete, and so we kind of completed it together within a span of about a year. So,
and what was, when you're finding your sound and you're going through that whole process of discovering what you want to sound like, who are some of the inspirations that you've looked to over the years to develop that?
I mean, the Beatles, obviously. You don't have rock and roll without the Beatles. For me personally, when I'm like writing lyrics or anything like that, I look to bands like the Backseat Lovers, RC Drive, Colony House, Coin, all bands like that.
We're big Kooks guys.
Oh, the Kooks.
We like
Love
the
Kooks.
We like the Monkees. Yeah, I mean, dude, we like all types of music.
Yeah.
Joey Valence and Bray. I could anything, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like a style that you try to emulate, or is it more of you try to base it off of that? Where would you say that you fall in terms of replicating what you hear and what you like?
We go for that surf rock kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us loving going to the beach, surfing, skimboarding, all like water sports basically. So we like to have that vibe. But lately we've been writing more like either harder songs or even like some folkier tunes. We're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, we've been a little all over the place. Yeah, we didn't include the Beach Boys in there too. We're obviously big Beach Boys guys. So that's like when we do harmonies and stuff in there. we have a lot of inspiration from Beach Boys for harmonies, and we have blood harmonies, so it makes the harmonies a little bit better. So, and Austin's getting pretty into singing now. He wasn't super into singing in our previous band, but he's becoming the man now.
Next album, just wait.
Yeah.
Well, you have 2 new singles out, The Wait and That's Why. Those both came out on New Year's. What's kind of been your evolution like over the last year in terms of how your sound has changed from Gibtown and then to now and whatever's in the works coming soon? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, those 2 new singles, those have been songs that we've been playing live for the past few years. But there are other versions of those on the internet, but they are not as good as this version, in my opinion. This is the definitive version of it. There's live versions of it and all that on streaming, but we've gotten to play it just together, and we're like, wow, it sounds so much better just the 2 of us.
Yeah,
we should really record it. You know?
We got to do this.
And so we were like, that's something that's kind of like something that we could just release in the meantime while we're working on some other stuff right now. But it's heavier than a lot of stuff we've recorded. So,
well, speaking of which, can you give us a little hint of what you're working on and what fans can expect to come next?
We're working on a second album right now.
Yeah. We don't know the name. We don't know when it's going to get released. But we have probably an album's worth of material that we've been working on that we're going to start recording here pretty soon.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun tunes on it, and
very wide ranging album. This one's going to be.
Yeah.
The other the last album, I'd say it fit a very like the same genre throughout, but this I think it's going to be a little more.
It's be all over the place. We're gonna have a song with like a bunch of samples in it and stuff, and you know, more laid back songs and hard rock songs, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting piece of work. So,
Are there any new creative inspirations that maybe weren't here for Gibtown that you've now heard since then, and be like, whoa, maybe I need to incorporate something like this in the next album that we do?
Ooh, that's a good question.
For me, I just found this band not that long ago, RC Drive, that I mentioned earlier, and for when I'm writing lyrics and just looking for a sound, I think I've been very into them lately, and I want to try to capture some of their vibes.
We just watched that Timothée Chalamet Bob Dylan movie.
Yeah,
that movie is crazy. That movie is awesome. I would probably say I watched the movie. I'm like, I got to write a song every day now. So
yeah,
we have some more folky tunes because of that, I would say. Very, very, it ain't me, babe.
How does it feel?
Well, where can the fans find these new songs when they do come out?
They'll be on all streaming platforms. If you got Spotify, Amazon, Apple, YouTube,
SoundCloud, I guess.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Your mom's radio. I don't know.
Yeah. We're everywhere.
All right, well, I think we're ready to hear you perform.
Let's do it.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. All right, this song is our first single. This song is called Mallory. Me there without a care. It just ain't fair when you give that ugly stare. Mallory, why'd you leave me? Things haven't been the same. Tears flowing down like rain. I'm going insane. Was this all in vain? Mallory, why'd you leave me? It's been hard with without you. It's been hard without you. It's been hard without you. Mallory, why'd you leave me? All right. Well, this next song is our most recent single. It's a double single, but this song is the main one on it. So this is The Wait, which came out on New Year's. So here we go. I was yours and you were mine. Was this all a waste of time? So just wait. You think you're tough, that's not enough. Been working hard back from the start, so just wait. I saw you sneak right out the back, so get your life back on track. So just wait. Alrighty. This one is probably our number one song right now on all of our streaming platforms, which is all of them, so you should check it out. This song is called The Beach. I've seen orange skies and waves of blue. Just dive right in. I'll swim to you at the beach. As they flap their wings, floating by the sea at the beach.
That was Fiendish Thingies, and if you want to hear more, make sure you go to Eagle Radio Music Fest on March 20th.